I give up with NASCAR. I give up. If you can't tell, Joey Logano won the championship. It's just the legitimacy of this sport fades with each season that goes by. And I can't not watch. I've been watching NASCAR since I was a kid. Since like 2009, I think it was 3. So like 15 years I've been watching this. 14, 15 years, something like that. NASCAR never used to be like this, but just every year the legitimacy of this sport fades. It's not the driver's fault. It's not the fans' fault. It's the sport's fault for having this playoff format. And I'm gonna say MCGA, make championships great again. Championships, you could ask the drivers, they don't care about a championship now. They'd rather win, say, the Daytona 500 or the Coke 600 or Crown Jewel race. They're pointless in this sport. Championships have just become a stat in the column. They're pointless in this sport nowadays because you could have a guy, Joey Logano, having 17th place. The guy that ran 17th all year based on average finish and is now the champion at the top level. You gotta love it. And he was eliminated, as far as I'm concerned, so he really shouldn't be the champion. If Bowman doesn't get DQ'd, he doesn't win the championship. This is one of the most fraudulent championship runs in the sport's history. If you want to disagree with me, fine, but I mean, I really don't care. He finished 21st or worse in 15 races this year. That's 41.6% of the schedule. Thank you to Opinions of NASCAR on Twitter for that stat. You know how Elton Sawyer says this format brings your A game every week? I didn't see Joey Logano up front most races in the playoffs besides Vegas and this one. But yeah, per Elton Sawyer, yeah, this format makes you bring your A game every week. Joke. And you know how they were mentioning their state of the something, whatever fucking address, quality racing? I didn't see quality racing. I saw trash racing. Besides the restarts and maybe a few battles for the lead, trash. This format is trash. Yes, he won the race, but he had a 17th place average finish all year. Doesn't deserve the championship. Technically 4 wins, but only 7 top 5s, 13 top 10s, 8 finishes outside the top 30, 15 finishes outside the top 20, 17.11 average finish, made the final 8 due to a disqualification. Yeah, is that a championship stuff there? Steve O'Donnell, Steve Phelps, Elton Sawyer? Is that championship stuff to you? Doesn't look like championship stats I'm looking here, maybe besides the wins. I'm tired of the format. And Blaney stalled out. He runs him down from about 3 seconds to get there. Nope, can't pass him. Dirty air because this great next gen car. Championships just don't matter like they used to. Feels like most years we can't get a legit champion. How can fans actually like this outcome? Unless you're a Joe Logano fan, how can you like this? If you're fine with that, you're part of the problem with NASCAR. I think I've never been more pissed about an outcome before in a race. Fucking burn the playoffs to the ground. And I'm sorry, if Joey was in the top 8 in points, or was really, really consistent this year, he would be deserving. But he's not. He's ran like ass all year. Doesn't deserve it. And statistically, the 10th fastest car, 22nd best restarter, 31st most efficient passer is the champion from Auto Racing Analytics. They were trash all year. 14th in points this year. Blaney, well, I like Blaney. He won the championship last year, 8 top 5s. Those are not championship seasons. And if people are gonna start watching NASCAR, I get it. I'm glad the season's over and a few months off NASCAR just so I can watch other sports and enjoy what I'm watching. Like, I better not see anybody hype up this weak-ass title and format. And with this average finish, Joey Logano officially has the worst average finish of a NASCAR Cup champion ever. Out of every Cup champion in NASCAR history, he has the worst average finish. And the previous worst was Ryan Blaney. Undeserving. I don't see how people can deserve this. People would say, I don't know how people can look at this and say they deserve it. NASCAR will say, we like what we see, which is a crock of shit. It's just awful to watch. And I'm not just blaming Joey, I'm blaming the damn system. We just need the drivers to call it the bullshit playoff system, but they won't. And even if they do, NASCAR ain't gonna do nothing about it. I guess in NASCAR, legitimacy is optional. And you'll have people like Chris Knight always comparing, oh yeah, or something about the format, or about other professional sports. Like, hey Chris Knight, this isn't basketball. This isn't football. This isn't college basketball. This isn't professional sports. Can we stop comparing stick and ball sports to NASCAR saying, oh yeah, but the teams in the best teams in those leagues don't win every year. It's just terrible. You can win. How many races are in a season? Like 36. You can win 35 races, or 32, however many's in it. You can win every race but lose the championship. Awful. So undeserved. Tired of this format. NASCAR just fucking hates their fans. Mediocrity has never been so rewarded. I really want to rip NASCAR's freaking head off right now. Just hate it. They're crap all year. Well, Blaney's ran solid. Oh, but they won 3 of the 10 playoff races. So, they didn't run good in the regular season. Well, Blaney, I thought, did. But Joey Logano was never in the top 10 points. And gets the win. Just pathetic. And we can never get a legitimate champion. It sucks, but what can we do about it? It's just a horrendously dark, sad day for the sport. NASCAR's a joke, and you're not going to get fans to think this sport's legitimate. It's just sad. I don't know, Blaney was faster. He gets there. But I guess, dirty air, or he wore out his tires getting there. It sucks. If people want to defend this, go ahead. But this car failed tech twice, by the way. I think yesterday. Wouldn't be in this position without a lack of 17 pounds from Bowman's car. 15th in actual point standings, won a championship. It doesn't make sense. And he wouldn't have been here if Cindric didn't spin with, 2 to go at Nashville. Caused all the chaos. So filled with hate. But yet NASCAR will think we're bots for complaining about the format. And I can't believe Joey Logano is going to be up there with Darrell Waltrip, David Pearson, Cale Yarbrough, and Tony Stewart and Lee Petty as drivers who have won 3 titles. I just can't believe it. Pathetic, man. I mean, what more can I say? Out of all those names I listed, this is a list of 3-time Cup Series champions. One name is different than the others. I mean, it's why I even watch at this point. But I'm not going to quit watching. Because I care, because I like NASCAR, but it's tough to watch this shit every year. It's like there's no point in watching the playoffs, because you know what's going to happen. I can't wait for fucking Steve O'Donnell and Steve Phelps to spew shit for 30 minutes tonight about how good the racing was and how Joey's deserving. Can't wait for them to spew shit for 30 minutes. Especially, and we saw a guy in trucks get 22 top 10s in 23 races, not win the championship. I don't see how people can defend this shit. People will be like, oh, it's good, and cry about everything. I don't see how people can defend this shit. And here's what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, oh, this format produces the most deserving champion every season. We love what we're seeing. I wouldn't even say that was impressive by Joey. All he did was, you can't pass in this car because of aero. I kind of figured Blaney would get there and not be able to pass. Just broken car, broken format, broken sport. All he had to do was aero block. It's just we never have a legitimate champion nowadays. And also I want to talk about Mike Ford. Hey, I'm not a bot. If you're gonna watch this video, my name's Landon. I've been a fan of NASCAR since 2009. I'm checking in to say that I'm a real playoff hater, and yeah, I'm not a bot. I exist. I don't want to see people defend. So basically winning is pointless. Being consistent is even pointless, because the guys that were the most consistent this year at least two of them didn't make the championship. 3 of them. There's 30 races is pretty much pointless. All you need to do is be good at Vegas and Phoenix, and you got yourself a championship. Joey Logano's the biggest fraud in NASCAR history. He would have been 14th in non-playoff standings. Larson should have even been the champion if we're going off full season points. 6 wins, 15 top 5s, 18 top 10s, 1,500 plus laps led, a 13.2 average finish, and full season points, he would have been first. It's just pathetic. I mean, the race sucked, by the way. But yet NASCAR will try and convince you it was good. I'm just glad the season's over. System's a joke. I guess I'll be back here for the next season. Even though it's gonna be tough. I'm back here for next season. The regular season doesn't matter. All you have to do is win a race and just chill the rest of the regular season. Then you show back up in the playoffs. It sucks. Logano's the luckiest champion ever, man. Like, why does that have to be such a hated driver? Sick of it. He played, what, 414 laps this season? Just done. I'm done. And the booth pissed me off as well, saying, oh, Logano's the most important driver in the sport that shows up every week. He had his 17th average finish. He did the bare minimum to exploit the system. How can you expect this format to be taken seriously whenever, since you went to this format, the best driver all year has arguably won like half the seasons? It's only got worse with the Gen 7s, because pre-2022 it was still a top 3 to 4 driver, bar Jimmy. Whatever. This race sucked. 0 out of 10. I'm pissed. But I guess I'll be back for next season. Just glad this shit's over, so I don't have to do these reviews every week. But, peace.